We're live. Happy Friday. We made it. This is number 3 of the summer series. Can you believe that? Number 3. I can't believe it. It's been so much fun that I'm having fun because I look forward to it. Hi. Hi, Lindsay. TGIF for sure. So today we're going to talk about codfish. And I was kind of, I was researching a lot of cod dishes, and the one that I've made before is the Mediterranean. So that's why I chose to make this one, because I've made it before and it's super delicious. And I'm throwing a curveball because I put in my description that it would be with rice, but it's going to be with couscous. Yay! Doesn't that sound good? Couscous goes really well with fish and things. I know you love couscous, and I do too. I do. I like the big pearl couscous, and I like I don't know what they call that one. The smaller grain. You know what I'm talking about? So the big, hi Adam, hi. Angelina hates couscous. I thought you liked that. Anyway, do you like the big pearl couscous or the smaller grain? I don't know. I like them both actually. But I know some people don't like the big pearl ones. They kind of are a lot like pasta, like round pasta. Have you ever had those? Oh, you don't get the flavored. You do it from scratch? Just like, do you get like a box of couscous, a bag of couscous, and then you cook it? Because I like I don't know, I like the boxes because they're easy. Yeah, the Israeli is really good. I like the boxes because they're easy. And again, for my summer series, I'm just going to make it easy. The homemade cream sauce. Oh, that sounds really good. What do you put in the cream sauce? Do you put maybe some chilies or something in it? Adam loves couscous. I love it too. It's good. We love it here. But I know I threw you guys a curveball because I said in the description I'm making rice, which I was going to, and then I decided couscous sounded better. Oh wow, yeah, a lot of people like couscous. And anyway, so we're making a codfish, and I'm sure you've eaten codfish before, right? I think everyone has. I don't know. Usually, it's fried and it's put in fish tacos a lot when it's got a batter on it. Yeah. But the Mediterranean cod, I love it. And I kept this because what I do is I buy the frozen ones that come in these little individual bags, the filets. Have you seen those? So I buy those. However, and I got mine from Whole Foods, but I saw where Walmart has those and I didn't know that because I don't shop at Walmart a lot. But I don't know, a lot of stores don't have it. Even Costco, I've never seen it in the individual packages. But it's really good. This is a really fast recipe, unlike last night where you had to wait for it to saute. It's a really fast one. So we're just going to take our time and relax and enjoy. And yeah, cod is delicious. You could use halibut. You could use any fish really in to make it Mediterranean. I even saw someone use salmon. I'm not quite sure about that flavor profile. I don't know about you guys. That doesn't sound, I don't know. It may be delicious. I've just never tried it. So anyway, yes, thank you for mentioning the wine because I think because you have to add the white wine in, so it's white wine, you have to add it into this dish. Or if you're not gonna, if you don't like wine, you could add vegetable or chicken broth. But you can, I suggest you use any wine, any white wine you're gonna drink with your meal. So Sauvignon Blanc, I've got tonight. I'm going to use this Chardonnay, the La Crema. And of course, the alcohol gets cooked out. So if you're feeding children, they can still eat it. And yeah. And so, excuse me. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to cook that and the couscous. And because it's such a fast dish, we're just going to go kind of slow because this codfish, it doesn't take long. Let me get that for you. I can show you. So I have 3 fillets here, and they are about an inch thick, and they are really small. Don't those look good? And I thought of that today. And anyway, and then we're going to saute them in olive oil because that is just goes with it. Olive oil and of course some butter. The butter will help brown them. We're going to put some flour on them. We're not going to drudge them really heavily with flour. Yes, a light fish. We should save some of your wine so you can add it to your fish. A little for the fish, a lot for you. Anyway, so you're not going to dredge the fish in flour. But what I did is I have my flour mixture, and it is just, I added some salt and pepper, and I added some of that Cajun seasoning in here because I really like it. I was thinking, though, you could add some, of the fish boil stuff. What's the name of that? You could add some of that. And that's a good suggestion for wine. No, it is, excuse me. Let me look. I've drawn a blank. Oh. You could add the Old Bay seasoning. That might be good on, to add into your flour with the salt and pepper. That would be good. But I chose the Cajun. It's not going to make it spicy. It just adds a little more flavor. Old Bay is so good. And what we're going to do is first we're going to brown the fish on each side. Then we're going to add all the ingredients to make it Mediterranean. And the ingredients are exciting and delicious because it does call for garlic. And I have a ton of garlic. And I'm going to add a lot of garlic because I love garlic. And then I diced up some shallots and some cherry tomatoes. So if you're writing this recipe down, this gives you time to write it down. Cherry tomatoes. And what I chose for olives are just some green olives and some Kalamata olives. Now, you could use those. I can't think of the name of them, but there's so many different types of green olives. You could add some special olives that you like in there. Just don't add the pitted one because we're not adding any bagged salads or anything today. We're going to stay away from those for a while until they get this figured out. Because it scares me. Even the bagged spinach, which I buy a lot. Oh, you don't like olives? Oh, well, you could still make this dish without olives, I suppose. I'm not sure. You could add capers. Do you like capers? That would make it kind of a little Mediterranean. I like capers, but you could, just add the tomatoes, shallots, and garlic. I mean, that's fine. You guys are funny. But anyway, it's a really easy dish. It comes together very quickly. And so I think first we're just going to get the couscous going and then keep that warm and then go on to the fish because the fish does not take long at all. So it's basically just to get that going. And then serve all of that with a big slice of crusty bread. Doesn't that sound good? To kind of scoop it all up. Crusty bread. I got a big loaf today of crusty French bread. I love bread too. Bread is one of my favorite things. But I'm part Italian, so I love bread. My great aunt used to take bread in her purse to the movie theater, a whole loaf, and just sit there and eat it. Because when it's hot, maybe she'd get it, I don't know, maybe she got it at the bakery and it was hot. When it's hot, oh my goodness, it's just, you can't resist it, right? You just want to grab it and just rip it apart and start eating it. Hi. Thank you, Tabby Alfredo. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Hi. Thank you. This is so much fun. I'm having so much fun. And so tonight, just to update you, I'm making Mediterranean cod, okay? And I threw a curveball at everyone because I said in the description I was going to do rice, but I'm going to do couscous. And I was just telling them that that couscous, you could do the big pearl couscous, or I'm using the small grain couscous tonight, and I'm using the instant. And now I'm going to show you brands when I do these recipes, but I'm not being paid by these people. This is just what I use. So just so you know. So don't think that I'm trying to merch any of this stuff. But anyway, I use this because it's my favorite. It's our favorite. And I got the Parmesan because I thought that would be yummy. I like the Parmesan. The garlic and herb one is really good. But I'm so happy that everyone's enjoying this series because I'm having so much fun. And just to show you guys easy recipes for summer. Wow. Everyone needs an easy recipe. Like I said, Mary's Way merch. I don't have any merch yet. I don't know if I ever will. I don't know. That's way in the future. Probably. But who knows? You never know. Maybe I'll do a cookbook someday. I've always wanted to do that. Maybe I will. I don't know. But anyway, it's simple. These recipes are always simple. Yes, I am going to pan fry it. Like I said, I've got my pan set. It's got butter and some olive oil because olive oil is very Mediterranean, obviously. But you could use a different oil if you prefer that, or you don't have any olive oil. because, when you get home from work, you don't want to have to say, oh, I got to go to the store and get that, or I got to do this or that. Just to make it kind of, hopefully these recipes you can incorporate into what you have in the kitchen, and make it just good for your family, what everyone likes too. Because, if someone has an allergy to that or whatever. But yes, I'm going to pan fry them. I've got these delicious little cod fillets. They're about an inch thick. Okay. Now, I saw somebody that had about a 1.5 inch thick, and those look delicious. I have not seen any that big at my stores. But hi, Frosty. Yay. Um, and then, so this recipe goes together really quickly. So that's why I wanted to take it slow and make sure everyone got the ingredients down. So basically, you're going to take your fillets, and I'm always cooking for 2. So tonight I cooked up 3 fillets because these are so yummy and flaky and white and light. They're not a real heavy. In fact, these are 80 calories each. So if you want to eat more, you can. Guilt-free. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fillets in the flour that I just put some salt and pepper, and I put some Cajun seasoning. You could put some Old Bay in there instead. That'd be really good. Or whatever you like, whatever seasoning you like. And then we're not going to really coat them with the flour. We're just going to lightly coat them because we want them to get brown. That's our goal. And the butter and the flour is going to help that. And then we're going to take them out after they cook brown on each side. And we're going to start adding our Mediterranean ingredients, which is the crushed up garlic. I made a lot of garlic. I think there's 5 cloves in here. That's a lot of garlic. And then I diced up a shallot. You could use red onion too. I love shallot. It's a very mild onion. And then we're going to add the tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. You could add regular tomatoes if you cut them up. And I've got my green olives and my Kalamata olives, whatever olives you like. Just don't add pitted ones. And then we're going to put some wine in. If you don't like wine, you could use vegetable or chicken broth. The alcohol cooks out, but about 1/2 cup of wine is going to go in. And so those are basically the ingredients. Pretty simple, huh? Simple and fast and delicious. Any questions? And like I said in my other videos, because I'm doing this nightly, so if you have a recipe that you think I should try to, as a quick recipe and even for my summer series, send it to me because I'd love that. And I will try it. I will pick a night and we'll do it. So this is, the alcohol cooks out, Frosty. So it's good for children. It's fine because you won't get any of that. You just get the flavor. So you won't get any of the actual alcohol. So that's what's good about cooking with wine, is it cooks out. Yeah. I mean, but you want to be careful because things like Spumoni ice cream, have you ever heard of that? It's Italian. That has wine in the ice cream, and it doesn't cook out. That has its own proof value. So you want to be careful with that. So you want to make sure that when you're eating something that has wine in it, that it's been sauteed or cooked. Yeah. But, in Italy, children drink wine, and wine is just like flowing. And that's just the way life is over there. But we don't do that here in the United States. So, but anyway, so I think what we're going to do first is we're going to start the couscous and get that done and then keep it warm. Okay. So let's get started on that. And what I did is I just went by the box directions. 1¼ cups of water, 2 teaspoons of olive oil or butter. I put olive oil in because I love olive oil. And then what you do, they give you this little seasoned packet because this is Parmesan cheese flavored, and you add it in. You boil this, then you add the couscous in. So it's a lot like an instant stuffing or something like that, but it's so easy. It makes it just, hold on, I gotta turn this fan off. I don't know, I got that fan on and it's gonna interfere with my gas burner here. But anyway, and then it's just simple. You just put it in and it, it's there and it's ready. It's simple. And they even have the pearl couscous in this brand. So we're gonna do that. And yeah, I'm glad you can see the stove. And do you have any more questions about the couscous or the fish? The fish, I guess, if you go to Spain, which I know a lot of you have been to Spain. I've never been. I'd love to go. That cod is one of the fish that's always on the menu. Move it to, okay. Can you see that now? Cod is one of the dishes that is popular in Spain because I guess they get it fresh there. Everyone's there. Okay. As long as you can see, I'm just keeping an eye on you and the chat. And yeah. Pillsbury man. Yeah, he's so cute. I've had him since I was a child. I can't even remember how old I was when I got him. Very young. Maybe 10. Yeah. He's wonderful. He's my little friend in the kitchen. And I put a yellow bow on him because I love him. Hi, is Morgan on? Yay. Hi, Morgan. Nice to meet you. So we're going to be making cod, Mediterranean cod tonight. Right now I'm cooking up the couscous, which is instant couscous, okay? Because the object of these meals is to make it easy. Because when you get home from work or whatever, you don't want to spend all night in the kitchen. I hate it. I want to get in and out. I want to be in and out. And then I want to sit down and relax. Especially in Arizona, we're really hot here. So this is that's one of the reasons for my summer series. Plus, I love to cook. And so I cook every night, almost every night anyway. So this will be really fun. And so thank you. Thank you, Frosty. Thank you. So right now, what I'm doing, because this Mediterranean cod comes together really quickly. So all I'm going to do right now is get the couscous done and keep it warm. And then I'm going to get started on the cod because it comes together very quickly. And these are very thin fillets. They're about 1 inch thick. It's not going to take long at all. You could use halibut. I know you guys have halibut up there. And halibut, you could use tilapia. It's not one of my favorites, even though I love the tortilla crusted tilapia from Costco. That's one of my favorites. But I just put it in the oven and bake it, and it's all done for me. So I won't be making that. But Costco has that, and that's my favorite. And but tonight it's cod night. But the water is boiling. It's got water and olive oil. You can add butter or olive oil. So gotta add my spice mix. Whoops, getting too hot. Okay, I added the spice mix. Now all you do is you turn your burner off, and then you add in the couscous. This is how easy this is. It's crazy easy. And just stir it up and let it sit there and stay warm. And that's it. Is that not the simplest ever? Couscous. Okay. And then I can go ahead and show you, since I don't think you were here at the beginning, but Mediterranean, you can add, you can adjust the ingredients of any of these recipes to fit you and your family. Because sometimes I don't have all the ingredients either. So I have to improvise. And then, I just use what I have, which you can do that. And that's okay. Because your family will survive if you have all the ingredients. Sometimes I know I'm kind of one of those, I get too caught up in what I need or what I want. And then I go crazy if I don't have that to complete the recipe, when anything else would work too. So, like I said, it starts with garlic. That's what we're going to do. Garlic and shallots. I cut up some shallots, okay? And some little cherry tomatoes, which are always so good. And I've been washing my produce really well since that whole outbreak thing is going on. It's kind of scaring me. So I washed those really well. And then I had Kalamata and green olives. So I did that. So we're going to have that. I drained them. So you want to drain them. And then we are going to put wine in this, about a half a cup. So if you don't like wine or you don't want to add it, you can add vegetable broth or chicken broth. Okay. Yeah, the wine does cook out, so it's okay for children if your children like fish. And I love wine too. And what I was saying is, try to pick a wine, because it's a white wine you want to use. Pick one, a Sauvignon Blanc or a Pinot, or I got Chardonnay tonight. But pick one you're going to drink with the meal so they kind of match. That's just what I've been told. I don't know. I probably don't always follow that rule. Well, you won't know that the vegetable broth or the chicken broth is in there, Frosty. It just adds flavor. But it's to flavor the dish, and you do have to add something to, I'm trying to think of the word, because when you're sauteing the fish, you're not dumb. Anyway, you're sauteing the fish, and so it kind of picks up all the flavors and gets them all together, the broth or the wine. So that's the purpose of it. Yeah. But, it comes together really quickly. So that's why I was kind of taking my time tonight, because last night things got a little crazy, and and that ended up being very tender. This was steak. That was so good. Yeah. And the carrots and everything were very tender. And everything kind of came together, and it turned out perfectly. And so what I'm finding, which is great, is this is number 3 of our series, is that a lot of the ingredients are tying together each night. So this is really helping for me, because I don't like to waste food. So if I have these ingredients and I can use them each night in something, that's really good. right now. So it's good for everyone. And I'm trying to not, so like I said, if you have recipes that you use consistently that are really quick and easy, I'd love to know about them because I'm always looking for that. And I would love to try them for you guys. And I will do it. I love challenge, so don't be afraid to give me a challenge. You know, give me, and that would be fun too. You know, give me an ingredient. Just say, hey, here's an ingredient, do something with it. And then let's see what I can do. I'm not a trained chef. I've just learned from years of experience, and I love to cook and I love food. So that's why I do this. Add mayo for no reason. Mayo is one of my favorite ingredients. So that'd be good. That'd be a good one. I'll have to think about that. Yeah, it may take me a couple days to think about it, but when I get this old thing cranking up here, I can start thinking about it. Yeah. You guys are funny. But anyway, it's so much fun, and I'm having so much fun. And thank you for joining me. I can't thank you enough. And please subscribe and like the video if you like it, because that'll help me to get everything out there and the content and everything. I'm new on this YouTube thing because I started out a while ago with my channel, but I had a professional guy that did my filming and everything, and he was wonderful, but unfortunately I can't afford him every night. So here we are. I'm doing this by myself, and that's fine. So that's why I like the lives, is I don't have to edit it. This is all live. This is what's happening in my kitchen. Bloopers and all. But we're having fun. Yeah. However, I do have Frosty to help me sometimes when he's not busy. Okay, you ready to fry up the cod? Okay, yeah, I think we can get started. I was dragging this out because it comes together really fast. So, okay. So the cod, what we're going to do is not totally dredge it in the flour. We're just going to lightly. Okay, so I'm going to turn you guys this way so you can see what I'm doing. I got to start the skillet because I do have butter in there. Butter and olive oil. And like I told you, the butter and the flour is gonna help brown it, okay? Okay, I gotta get my gloves on. Because you know me, I don't touch raw meat without my gloves. That's just how I operate. But it's okay. You know, as long as your hands are clean and you don't mind, you can do it. When I was going to all the home shows with my recipes, I had to abide by the food handler's law. And so I had to, they would watch me and I had to make sure I had clean gloves on all the time. So I kind of got in that habit, which is good. It's a good habit to have. Yeah, I was giving away free food at that time. That was crazy. Those were crazy days. But it was a lot of fun. It's just too much work. I can't do that anymore. Okay, so I got my flour, like I said, and salt and pepper and the Cajun. Okay. And I've got my oil, but I got to make sure this gets really hot, okay? And then I'm going to dredge these cod fillets in there and put them in the hot oil and butter. The couscous is done. It looks spectacular. I'll show you that. I don't know if you can see that. It's come together, so that'll be delicious. Okay, this is getting really hot. And okay, so I'm just gonna pat them in the butter, just like so, because I don't want too much flour. I mean, in the flour, sorry. I don't want too much flour on them. Okay. Here we go. And then we're putting them in the skillet. I don't want too much flour on. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, now let me put this in the sink. And now I can take my gloves off. Okay, so these are gonna fry up for about, I would say, 3 minutes per side. They're very thin, so we're gonna just make sure they get brown. We'll see how that goes. 3 minutes. And hi, Angelina. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. I hope so. Anyway, you can actually, once the video is done, you can watch it to see what everything that we talked about with the ingredients and things, hopefully. And I did, oh, I got some lemon too. So we're going to squeeze some lemon in there. Okay. All right. So these are frying up nicely. You hear that sizzle? Hopefully you can see the sizzle. You hear the sizzle. Ah, I don't want to make the same mistake I did last night and lose yours. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. I'm just going to check them. Again. Okay. They're getting brown. This takes time. And we've got about a minute and a half. They may take a little longer. So, cod and couscous, yes. Mediterranean cod, which has lots of Mediterranean ingredients. Hold on one second. Let me get this. This is going to be, like I said, it comes together really fast and it's delicious. If you like cod. And what I like about this is these don't even smell fishy. They smell so good when they're in those little individual packets. Okay, we're almost there. All right, they're getting really brown and delicious looking. Okay, so, oh wow, those look so good. That's what you kind of want. You want like a little crust on them on the outside. I don't know if you can see that, but you want that little crust on the outside. Can you see that? Yeah, you could do the Mediterranean salmon. I just don't know the flavor profile. I've never had it, but you could do it. I love salmon, so you could do it. Maybe it would work out really well. But anyway, these are getting very golden brown, and they're going to be delicious. Then we're going to take them off, and we're going to add all our other ingredients in with all that, the good flavors. So it'll even be more yummy because we're not getting rid of any of that flavor. And that's what I like about kind of the one-pan dinners. Yeah, canned tuna. You know, sardines are really good for you. They are. However, you want to be careful not to eat too many. I don't know. I was reading where they have lots of what is it, mercury. But anyway, these look so, because they get this really light coating on the outside, so they're not cute, but they're, and it gets them done. Okay, yeah, I think we're there. Okay, wow. All right, we're gonna take them out, put them on a paper towel to drain some of that grease, because we're gonna use what's in this can, and this is why, one reason that you would add the chicken broth or the wine is, or the vegetable broth, because you want to get all those bits and flavors. Even though it's a nonstick pan, you still want to get everything up. So anyway, what I'm going to go in first with are my shallots. Okay, I diced them up, and you could use red onion, like I said, but we're going to use shallots. I'm going to put these in, these little shallots, and stir those around. Okay. And turn it on really low heat to do this. Okay. Then I've got a ton of garlic. So I don't know. This is 5 cloves. So I think I'm going to add maybe a spoonful and a half, because I don't want to overpower it with garlic, even though I love garlic. And we're cooking the onion, the shallots, and the garlic right now. Okay, then we're going to turn it off because we don't want to burn that garlic. Because you know what happens when you burn garlic? It'll get real bitter. And that's gross. Then we're going to add our tomatoes, okay? And that'll kind of slow things down. Okay. We've got our tomatoes. Okay, hold on. Oh my God, it smells so good. Again, I wish I had smell-o-vision. Like Emerald used to say. Remember Emerald used to say that? Smell-o-vision. I wish I had smell-o-vision for you guys. And so you can taste it. There's like a piece of tomato stem in there. Okay, so check that out. All right. So now I'm cooking up the tomatoes a little bit, sauteing those. All right. Then I'm going to add in my Kalamata and green olives. Okay. So I added those in, and we're just going to let everything saute a little bit. You know what I forgot to tell you. Okay. One time I made chicken like this. I made Mediterranean chicken with the olives. It was really good. So you could do that. You could do chicken breast or chicken thighs. I mean, if you love olives and tomatoes and things, which I do. Or you could leave the olives out. But I'm just cooking this up now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about a half a cup of my wine, okay? Oh, it's about a half a cup. Okay. Add a half a cup of wine. And let it simmer. So it's going to simmer. And then when we put our fish back in, we're going to squeeze some lemon juice on. Okay. Salmon nuggets. How about salmon quesadillas? I know you guys like this. Actually, no, that's not a good idea. I don't think that would be very good. But whatever, if you would like that, maybe. You because the olives are, so so you don't need any salt and pepper. You could add some pepper, I guess, or some red pepper flakes. Or do you think some red pepper flakes would be good in this? It might be good. Maybe I'll get some. Let me get the red pepper flakes. Let's do that. Okay. We're going to add just a sprinkle of the red pepper flakes, okay? That sounds really good. And we're just going to let this simmer right now. And then we're going to add our cod back in because it's already almost all the way cooked. It just needs a few more minutes. So, wow, see how fast that came together? That's a fast dinner. Yeah, you could grill them. Listen. Okay. And as you can see, this is just sauteing. We're getting everything. I think olives are so good when they get warm. Do you like that? I think they're really good when they get warm like that. They're delicious. I've seen fried olives, and that sounds super good. But we're going to add our our cod back in. I'm talking about salmon. Our cod back in a few minutes. I'm letting the tomatoes cook a little bit down because that's another thing. I like the tomatoes to be a little more cooked than that, don't you? Then, because that salmon's it's almost all the way done, so it's not gonna need much more time on that. So I hope you can kind of see that. But it looks delicious. It smells so amazing. Oh my goodness. Wow. Great flavors. Great scent. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then I'm going to serve it with a big slice of crusty bread. And it'll be just to kind of soak up those juices. It'll be delicious. So what are you guys having for dinner? Anything good going on? Oh, waiting on our tomatoes here. Then we're going to plate it tonight for you guys because I know we didn't get to do that last night but I did take a picture and put it on the thumbnail, so we got that done. Okay, these are getting really done. And I don't know, tomorrow night, Saturday night, I'm not sure. Saturday night's usually casual for us, and it should be a casual day for everyone. So, plating. Okay, yeah. Well, I know. But anyway, I'm going to plate it tonight so you get to see. Yeah, pizza would be good tomorrow night. I have a few ideas of my own just because, I like an easy Saturday night. Something a little more casual, fun. This is fun though and casual. Okay, so these are really gotten cooked down. So now what we're going to do is put these cod fillets back in, okay? Nuzzle them right back in there. And then I'm going to cover them up with all of our delicious olives and tomatoes, okay? And it looks so good. I might turn them over. That's what I did last night with those sticks, which worked out perfectly. And I'm going to cook these for a little more with everything in there. And, oops, let me turn that off for some reason. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take some lemon. Okay, I got like I have a lemon, and I made sure no seeds in there. And I'm just gonna squeeze that on top, and then I'm gonna serve it with a slice of lemon too. So, oh my gosh, that smells really good. That was a flavor. That was a scent bomb right there. Okay, and wow, and you're just gonna let that saute in the olive fat. Hopefully, you guys can somewhat see that. But yeah, and then because that cod has the flour on it, it'll kind of get thicker. So that's one of the other benefits of putting the light flour. So it's gonna be, see that. I don't know, it's a little maneuvering. Anyway, you'll be able to see it once it's plated too, so you'll see it really well. And it'll be over the couscous, which will be delicious. But I'm letting it saute in there. It just smells so amazing. Okay, I think we're done because you don't want the fish to start falling apart, which is kind of happening here. Okay. All right. We're going to plate it, okay? Thank you, Adam. Okay. We are going to plate this beautiful dish. This is beautiful. It makes you think you're in Spain or something. You know, you can just imagine the view. And the couscous looks so good. And so we're going to put it on a bed of the couscous. Yeah. This is, I think, better than the rice idea. That's why I did the curveball today. I decided. Okay. Here's a good piece. And I gotta get a lot of those olives and tomatoes. Oh, I wish you guys could taste this. I can't wait to taste it. This looks so delicious. Hold on just a second here. I'm going to act like a professional chef and wipe the side of my dish. But do you see that? It's the olives, tomatoes, the cod on top of couscous. You could use rice, like I was going to, or you could use mashed potatoes, anything, really. You know, it's one of those dishes that, it's going to go good with anything. I think I've seen it with mashed potatoes or, just about anything. But it's definitely, it's a light dish. Like I said, these cod fillets are 80 calories each, but then you've got all of your flavors. So the flavors are just immense in here because you've got the olives. I love, like I said, warm olives, and the tomatoes, and it's got garlic and the shallots. And that is our dish. I'm going to serve it with a piece of crusty bread, French bread, or Italian French bread. And yeah, it's going to be, I can't wait to dig in. But I hope you guys have a fun night again. And thank you for joining me. And I will see you back tomorrow night. I don't know exactly what time, depending on what I'm making. But I kind of have an idea, but I'm not sure yet. But thank you. And thank you for joining me again. And I hope you like and subscribe and enjoy my videos. And you'll be able to, I'll put the plated dish, the thumbnail up so you can see it a little closer. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us, Tay. I appreciate it. And I look forward to more recipes and fun with you this summer. And you guys have a great night, a fun night, okay? And thank you. It was so good to it was fun. I'm having so much fun. So have a great night, and I'll see you then. Okay? Bon appetit, and good night. Bye. See you later.